Hey, hello students, welcome to the online class of class 10th standard science. As we were discussing about the carbons compound, now we are in the last topic of this chapter. Let this chapter take a little bit time, so don't mind about that one. Which is more important is that whether you are understanding or not, whether you understood this chapter or not, because it has the most of the topic that very important for your annual examination purpose, like the alkanes, alkenes, alkynes. Not only the alkane, alkene, alkyne, even about all the function groups we discussed about there. So even it has the properties of the carbons compound. So we studied a lot of the things which are very much important for your annual purpose. So that's the reason I give more stress for this chapter, because it's a kind of the chapter which we need to practice it a very lot. It's not the chapter that you will just revise or you will just study, you will just do the memorizing. It's not like that chapter. You have to practice it very in a constant manner. Like if you are practicing for 1 day and if you are leaving for that one for 12 to 20 days, then you are not going to achieve anything, right? You need to practice this one at least twice or thrice in a week. That's compulsory, because it's a chapter that you need to practice a lot for the formation of the structural formula and the molecular formula of alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, and even the function group. So that's the reason we need to do a lot of the practice on this chapter. That's very much important. So in the last video, what we discussed about the soaps and detergents, right? I will revise one more time about the soaps and detergents. Soaps and detergents. So for the soaps, we say that soap is the sodium or potassium salts of long chain carboxylic acid. Which are the soaps? Soaps are sodium or potassium salts of long chain carboxylic acid. Then what are the detergents? Detergents are ammonium or sulfonate salts of long chain carboxylic acid. These are the sodium and potassium, these are the ammonium and sulfonate salts of long chain carboxylic acid, and these are reactable only in case of the soft water. Effective. These are effective, right? These are effective in soft water, but these are effective in both hard and soft water, right? These are effective in both and hard and soft water. So we discussed about that concept in the last video, right? So what we need to discuss in today's video or in today's topic is about the soap molecule. How does the soap molecule is there and what are its features? When we discuss about everything about the soap molecule. So right, I hope you understood the last class. One question will be fixed on soaps and detergent, pakka, for 2 marks compulsory. One question will be fixed on this topic, soaps and detergents topics, right? So let's begin today's topic, that is soap molecule. Actually, the soap molecule has the 2 ends, or we can call it has the 2 parts. The soap molecule has the 2 parts. The first part is called as ionic part and the second called as the long chain carboxylic part. The soap molecule has 2 parts. One is called as the ionic part, or you can call this as not the carboxylic part, it is the hydrocarbon part. It is the hydrocarbon part, sorry. The soap molecule has the 2 parts. First is called as the ionic part and the second is called as the long chain hydrocarbon part. The ionic part is also known as, the another name of the ionic part is hydrophilic part. It is also called as hydrophilic part. Remember, the ionic part of the soap molecule is also called as the hydrophilic part. Means, what is the hydrophilic part? The hydrophilic part is the ionic part of soap molecule. And the second, the long chain hydrocarbon part is called as hydrophobic part. It is called as hydrophobic part. The hydrophobic part, nothing but it is the long chain hydrocarbon part, simple. Then how does the soap molecule looks? Then what is the structure of the soap molecule? That is very important. That is structure of soap molecule. Structure of soap molecule. How does the soap molecule looks like? The soap molecule has the two parts, hydrophilic part, hydrophobic part. Hydrophilic part is called as the ionic part, hydrophobic part is called as the long chain hydrocarbon part, right? Now, how does the soap molecule looks? The structure of soap molecule in this manner. So, this is the structure of the soap. The soap molecule looks in this manner. This part is called as ionic part. This is the part which we call as the ionic part. What is another name of ionic part? That is hydrophilic part. We will take it as the hydrophilic part only. Hydrophilic end. It is at the end side. We call it as the hydrophilic end. Means nothing but it is the part of ionic end. You can call it is the ionic end part. And what is the this part is called as hydrophobic end. This is the hydrophobic end. This is the hydrophilic end, and this is the hydrophobic end, and this is the structure of the soap molecule. It means that the soap molecule looks in this manner. Means simple, you can say that the soap molecule has the two parts. One is called as the hydrophilic part and another is called as the hydrophobic part. And you can say that in the molecule of the structure, this end, right, this end is called as the hydrophilic end and this end is called as hydrophobic end. Then the question is that how does the soap do the cleansing action? That's a very important question. The cleansing action of the soap or the cleaning action of the soap, right? Simple. How does the soap is going to clean the clothes, or how does it going to remove the dirtiness from the clothes? So we need to discuss about that one, the cleansing action of the soap. Simple. That is cleansing action of soap. Very much important. For 2 marks, it may ask in annual examination for the 2 marks, that is explain the cleansing action of the soap, or how does the soap removes the dirt from the clothes. So even you can ask with a twisted manner. So means we need to write about how does the soap act on the dirt molecules. So that is the cleansing action of the soap. The most of the dirt in nature is oily, right? Simple. The most of the dirt is oily in nature. The dirtiness is nothing but it is oily in nature. Then the most dirt is oily in nature. Means if the dirt is in a most condition, it is the dirt is the most condition, means it is oily in nature. You just check, I will tell you one example. You just check, you don't wash your clothes for 1 week, 2 weeks or 3 weeks without washing, just wear it continuously. You can see that the dirtiness which is sticked to your clothes, it becomes oily in nature. Or you just consider the beggars who is walking on the streets, right, with their clothes that is uncleaned or washed since from the months or since from the years you can call, and just look at those clothes, you are going to see that it has some of the shining. Along with the dirt, it has some of the shining like the oil. It becomes totally oily. The dresses totally becomes oily because the most of the dirt is oily in nature. So that's the reason you just look at the dresses of the beggars one more time with this concept keeping in the mind. You just look at, and you are going to notice that their dresses are going to be oily because it says that the most of the dirt is oily in nature. Then what happens to that dirt, right? What happens to that dirt when the most of the dirt is oily in nature? Then the soap molecule has how many ends? It has two ends. One is called as the hydrophilic end, another is called as the hydrophobic end. Now the two ends are there. Which is the first end? The hydrophilic end, and another is hydrophobic end. Right? The soap molecule has the two ends, hydrophilic end and hydrophobic end. If considered it is a cloth and it is a dirt. It is a cloth, just take it as an example as a cloth, and it is a dirt. It is dirt. Dirtiness. Dirtiness is oily nature, we know that one. The most of the dirt is oily nature. Now the soap molecule, how does it look like? The soap molecule look like in this manner. Which is this end? This is hydrophilic end. And what is the name of this end? This name is hydrophobic end. Right? So now hydrophobic end will attach us to this dirt molecule. The hydrophobic end of the soap molecule attaches to the which one? Dirtiness. See here. Right? You can check, you can take in this side also. So these are the ionic ends, or even you can call these are the hydrophilic ends, and these are the inside which are attached to the dirt, they are the hydrophobic ends. Means the soap molecule, the hydrophobic end of the soap molecule will attach us to the dirtiness, and the hydrophilic end is surrounded by the water molecule. Is surrounded by the water molecule. It has the ions called as Na plus. All of them has the charge called the Na plus. So means simply you need to understand that the hydrophobic end of the soap molecule will attach us to the dirtiness, and the hydrophilic end, see here, hydrophilic end is the ionic part and the hydrophobic end is the hydrocarbon part. The hydrocarbon part will attach us to the dirt molecule, and the ionic part is surrounded by the water molecule. The water which we are using for the washing the clothes, that is surrounded to the hydrophilic part, and the dirt is going to be attached to the hydrophobic part. Now the hydrophobic part or hydrophobic end which is attached to the dirt, it will remove that dirt from that area. Means the dirt is going to be removed from that area with the help of hydrophobic end, and the hydrophilic end has the water molecule. It is surrounded by the water molecule, and it is attaches to the dirtiness. So as a result, the dirt is going to be removed from that area, and we can see that the cleansing action of the soap. Simple, how the dirt is removed from the clothes, it is the manner of this only. When we apply the soap to the clothes, the soap has two ends. One is called the hydrophilic end, another is called the hydrophobic end. The hydrophobic end of the soap molecule will attach us to the dirtiness, and the hydrophilic end is surrounded by the water molecules. So as a result, it forms one of the structure. It forms one of the structure. This structure is called as the radical structure. This structure is called as the radical structure. This radical structure is only known as the micelles. This is very important. He will ask about the micelles in the examination. The micelles are only the molecules that are responsible for removing of the dirtiness from the clothes. So they are only going to act on the dirtiness which is formed on our clothes, and as a result the micelles are going to remove the dirtiness from that clothes with the help of the ionic part and the which part? The hydrocarbon part. So this is about the cleansing action of the soap. Can you tell one more time? Simple. If this question is asked in the annual examination, how you should write this one? Simple. How to start? Start in this manner. Most of the dirt is oily in nature. Start in this manner. The most of the dirt is oily in nature. The hydrophobic end or hydrophobic part of the soap molecule will attach us to the dirtiness, and the hydrophilic end of the soap molecule is surrounded by the water molecules. Remember this much. Hydrophobic part will attach to the dirt molecule, and the hydrophilic part is surrounded with the water. These all are the water molecules. It is surrounded by the water molecules. It contains the water molecules. So as a result, it forms the structure known as the radical structure. It forms the structure known as the radical structure, which is called as the micelles. These are called as the micelles. This much is enough. If it is asked for 2 marks in annual examination, just show this diagram, that much is enough for the question if it is asked in annual examination. So simple. Now we discuss about how does the micelle helping to clean the clothes. So I hope you understood this one. See here, so see here, the soap has the micelles. Soap has the micelles. These micelles help to dissolve. These micelles help to dissolve. They help to dissolve the dirtiness and even the grease from the cloth, and it is help to dissolve in a water, and as a result the dirtiness will be removed from that cloth. Simple. The soap micelles dissolve both the things, which is the dirt and also the grease also. So the both things are dissolved in the water, and as a result you can see that the dirt is removed from the clothes. The dirt is removed from the clothes. Even he can ask you, how does the dirt can be removed from the clothes? If it is asked for 1 marks, you have to write in this manner. The soap micelles dissolve the dirt and grease in water, and that will help to remove the dirt from the clothes. Means it is going to dissolve. Dissolving means nothing but it is going to take that dirt, and that will mix it into the water, and as a result that water is going to left there and your clothes are getting clean. Simple. You do this practical thing in today in your house, you are going to understand what we are going to discuss, what we are discussing. So take the dirty clothes. Take the dirty clothes, and before washing them, you take a bucket, right? In that bucket you take the water, half of the bucket you take the water, and in that way you just add the detergent. Like you just add the, which have the different brand, you just add the detergent powder, you add just and stir it with your hands only, just dissolve it in that one. Then after dissolving, you just take all the dirty clothes and put it in that one. And after putting it that one, just leave it for that clothes for what you call 10 to 15 minutes. You leave it for that, like only in that same detergent water. And after one, you just check that the maximum amount of the dirt will be dissolved in the water. Your water now becomes dirtiness, and your clothes somehow it's not fully cleaned, but somehow 50% to 70% of your cloth is already washed when you are just dipping the clothes in that soap solution or the detergent solution. So that is a very important here. So why it is so, like why the water is converted into dirty water? Because whatever the dirtiness is present in the clothes, that dirtiness or that grease is dissolved in the water because the soap has the micelles. These micelles are going to dissolve both the dirt and the grease in water. And when it will dissolve, the dirt is going to get out of that clothes and your clothes are be cleaned. Simple. Your clothes will be cleaned when the micelles will dissolve the dirt in the water. So that is the condition. You can check, you can do practically that how it is going to work in case of the cleansing action of the soap. Then one more point we need to discuss here is that what does the action? Simple. Check that the magnesium and calcium salts present in hard water. Actually, you studied about this concept in your 8th or 9th standard. I think that maybe in a 8th standard, right? You studied about the hard and soft water. Hard water and soft water. Then my question is that why the hard water? Why the water is called as a hard and which water is called as a soft water? How we differentiated the water in the two manners, that is the hard water and the soft water, we need to discuss here. Actually, when we say about the hard water it has some of the impurities or it has some of the salts. Why the water will be hard? Because of it has some of the salts. Which salt it has? It has the salts of magnesium salts or the calcium salts. The magnesium and calcium salts present in water, that makes the water as the hard water. Why the water is called as a hard water? Because it has some of the salts. These salts make the water as a hard water. Then if you study about the soaps and detergents, again take the concept of a soap and detergent. Soaps are sodium or potassium salts of long chain carboxylic acid, and soaps are, second point, soaps are effective in only soft water, not in hard water. Means when you are washing the clothes with the soap molecule, it is not effective in case of the hard water, it is effective in case of only soft water, because the soaps are effective only in hard water. The soaps are effective in only hard water. Then the question is that in the earth everywhere is not the soft water. Every side area we cannot see the soft water. Only some of the areas are there. There only we can see the soft water. Then how we can clean our clothes with the soft water, with the hard water? That's the question. Because the soaps are only affecting hard water, and if you use the soaps for the cleansing action, then it is not possible, because maximum side the water is the hard water. Just example, the Bhalki water is the hard water, the Bidar water is the hard water, and the Gulbarga water is the hard water, but the Humnaud water is the soft water. The percentage does it has in the softness is very high in our Bidar district, which has the soft water, means that is only Humnabad. I think that because even the Humnaud water is used to fill the what do you call, the bottles also. So that much soft is that water only, means only 20% impurities are there, and remaining 80% to 80 to 85% is soft only. Means even within a very least processing also, that that water will be converted as a very soft water. So means if you are living in this Bhalki side, Gulbarga side or Bidar side, so there you have the hard water only, then how the cleansing action will be going to there? So simple, we need to use which one? The soaps are effective in only hard water, and the hard water has the salts called as the magnesium and calcium salts, and these salts only make the water as a hard water. Now what you need to do here, simple, these are insoluble products called as the scum. They will form this all magnesium and calcium, both the salts they are not effective in the soaps are not effective in the hard water. Now if you are applying the soaps to this hard water and you are washing the clothes in the hard water, the both magnesium salt and calcium salt are going to form one of the insoluble product or the insoluble substance. That insoluble substance we call as the scum. You just want to look at how the scum looks like, means the scum will be in the same form. You just see, this is actually in the same form the scum will be there. Whenever you go to the Gulbarga side, you are going to observe that when you wash your or when you take the bath, you are going to observe that it will form any leathering effect. Means जो बुरुग आता देखो, बुरुग गिर नहीं आता, सीधा सीधा नीचे ऐसा भूर पाउडर जैसा नीचे गिरता रहता है सोप से. मतलब आपके बॉडी पे भी कुछ भी नहीं आता है, और इवन जो नीचे गिर रहा देखो पानी में, वो डिजोल्व नहीं हो रहा पानी में. एक्चुअली द सोप इज नॉट गेटिंग डिजोल्व इन द वाटर. वो एक इनसॉल्युबल सब्सटेंस बन के नीचे गिरता रहता है. उसको आप पाउडर जैसा देख सकते हैं आप, बहुत ही एक वाइट कलर का एक सब्सटेंस बन के नीचे गिरता रहता है. उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं मालूम है? स्कम बोलते हैं उसको. अगर आपके एरिया में हार्ड वाटर है तो ये स्कम डेफिनेटली फॉर्म होगा. अगर सॉफ्ट वाटर है तो सिंपली लेदर इफेक्ट होता और आपको अच्छा से लेदरिंग मिलता, मतलब अच्छा सा आपको बुरुक जैसा इफेक्ट मिलता इफ इट इज अ सॉफ्ट वाटर. अगर आपको लेदरिंग इफेक्ट नहीं मिल रहा है, लेदर नहीं हो रहा, फॉर्मेशन नहीं हो रहा, तो समझ लो कि आपका पानी हार्ड वाटर है. और हार्ड वाटर में ये दोनों मैग्नीशियम और कैल्शियम साल्ट रहते, और इनको अगर आप सोप अप्लाई किए समझो, हार्ड वाटर को आप सोप अप्लाई किए समझो, तो वो डिसॉल्व नहीं होते कहते. दोनों भी साल्ट डिसॉल्व नहीं होते. डिसॉल्व नहीं होने के वजह से वो एक इनसॉल्युबल सब्सटेंस फॉर्म करते. उस इनसॉल्युबल सब्सटेंस को हम क्या बोलते हैं मालूम है? स्कम बोलते. दैट इनसॉल्युबल सब्सटेंस इज ओनली कॉल्ड एज द स्कम. देन द क्वेश्चन इज दैट सर हाउ वी कैन वॉश द क्लोथ्स इन द हार्ड वाटर? सिंपल, you just take the use of which one? Detergents. Soaps are not effective, then which are effective? The detergents are effective. So that's the reason we use detergents for cleansing action of the clothes. You see that they are called as detergent bars. They occurs in the solid also, and even that occurs in the powder form also. You can call that as a Tide, Surf Excel, and Nirma washing powder, Nirma. What are these all things? These all are actually detergents, they are not the soaps. So how to wash or how to clean the clothes in both hard or soft water? You have to use the detergents, because the detergents are these are effective in both soft and hard water. Means when you use the detergent to clean the clothes in hard water, then the hard water has the magnesium salt and the calcium salt. If you are using the detergent for the hard water in the washing process, then the both magnesium and calcium salt will get dissolved. They will get dissolved, and as a result they will dissolve in water. They will get dissolved in water, and as a result you can see the cleansing action of the soap. You can see the cleansing action of soap. Means you are not only I'm just talking about the clothes only, even you can talk about the bathing or even the washing of, you can call whatever the different vehicles you have, in every manner it will comes. So if you are using the soaps, what will happen, and if you are using the detergents, what will happen. So this is for the cleansing action of the soap, how the soaps will work in case of both the hard water and the soft water. So this question is very important for your annual examination point of view. Fix this question will come. So I hope you understood this chapter. Okay, so up to this, it is the end of the chapter and end of the topic also. Finally we completed the carbons compound. I hope you enjoyed this class, and if you enjoyed this chapter, it is a very important chapter and it is a very interesting chapter. I enjoyed it a very lot. I don't know about you, but I enjoyed it very lot, because the formation of the molecular formula, structural formula, that all things made a very interesting topic is that one, because so a very interesting and a very important also for the annual point of view. So what you need to do, you need to practice it on very lot, and I am going to ask you in the class when the class will be reopened. So be sure that I am going to ask you, but be ready for when it will open. So this much is enough for today class. Again I will be back with the next topic and the next chapter. So bye bye, stay home, stay focused. I will be back with the next video.